I was going to say, what do you got for us? But it's me. So, hey, cue me.
What do you got for us?
I've started The Bear Season 3.
Drove to Chicago. All things new. All things new.
This is like the 4th time we've talked about The Bear on this podcast.
Maybe. Who's to say?
Well, the listeners and us, because we've literally recorded it.
Good point.
But also, I'd like to point out, there are this is the 3rd season of The Bear.
Yep.
How have we talked about it 4 times?
Is that really truly the number?
I think so.
Oh, well, I started it, and then you started it, and then...
Someone finished season 2, and then someone started season 2.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I think it was when we were doing multiple things each thing. Multiple started and finished at each episode. And I think it was also in coming ups and follow-ups. Ignore me. Do your bear thing.
All right. Now, the bear, Liam...
You find out where the bear comes from? Oh.
You come in later. Sorry, we're going to get a lot of... He's a bit excited. It's all right. Liam is our male bear, for those who delivers our mail. For those
Sex
who are not
isn't
aware.
male.
No, it's unclear, actually. We're using he, him, but he's roaring at us a lot. And
I feel like
we
I've
really
used
don't
she, her for Liam.
For Liam?
before. I think originally.
Maybe we should try that on for size.
I don't care.
Maybe it. Anyway, Liam...
It's disrespectful. Let's not do that.
Okay.
If you name something, you shouldn't use it to refer to it. You know?
Okay, but here's the thing.
I just did it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Liam's
is our male bear who brings our bear that brings us mail.
Correct. Our bear who delivers us parcels and missives. There you go.
Sometimes DMs.
Did it without the M word. Oh, almost, yes.
Almost exclusively DMs. Liam, I think, runs our socials because I don't touch them.
Oh my God, I have no idea what's going on there.
I make
It's
stuff.
always really critical, just bullying both of us or one of us.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, tell the bears.
The Bear is a television show about chefs, about one chef called Kami. People know this. This is the 4th time we've covered this.
Explain it for someone. This might be someone's first
The
episode.
main character is a chef called Carmen, or Kami for short. The original premise of The Bear is that Kami's brother has died and left him the restaurant, his restaurant in Chicago. And so Carmen comes in and has to turn a bunch of dejected, sad, not always very good chefs who don't know him well into a team. And now it's just a drama that happens to feature cooking. And we're up to season 3.
I feel like that's not enough seasons to have jumped the shark.
Right?
Right?
Like, how many seasons did Lost take until it, fell off the wagon? I don't know. I've never seen the show. Or it fell off instantly, or it took all of the seasons?
I think it all of the seasons. But what I'm talking about is like, there are shows with a specific theme in it. Then eventually they're like, well, this has run its course.
Like Riverdale?
Yeah, but Riverdale did that after
Bonkers
the
from
first
season 1, yeah. Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, probably.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Those sort of shows. You know them, you love them. Stranger Things?
I feel like you should keep going with the chef concept. There's more to do there. I've just so at this point, right? They've changed from being a dingy little diner to a nice high end
little diner.
They've gentrified the diner.
Yes,
is
correct.
what they have done.
Correct.
I like the dingy diner.
Yeah, but I think you should change things in television slightly before the audience are ready for them. When we're like, I've got almost enough of that, but I want a little bit more. It's like, time to change. You don't actually want a whole nother season of that. But maybe you do. Do you?
What if they opened a second shitty diner?
Second dingy diner. Well, they basically did. Didn't they have like a food truck out the back?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think you're thinking of the movie Chef.
I am thinking of the movie Chef.
So is season 3?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Look, before I get into what I think
didn't
about
finish
season 3.
my question.
And you won't get a chance to. Anyway, I had just read a couple of things, not in detail and not with spoilers, that kind of said season 3 is different. Season 3 is just built different. He's just a gym bro. He's really built different, And I was like, what are you talking about? And also, cool, you should change things. This was also at the point where I was halfway through The Boys season 4 and going, maybe you should change things in television. So bear that in mind as you hear my opinions, because they are very biased. And so what's different, you might ask?
What's different?
No, I wasn't setting up. I was just thinking. My brain's just a bit slow, but thank you. I appreciate that. If I was quick on my feet, I would have run with that.
Stolen for time. No, you don't sing. I'm stalling for time for you. While
that's good. I can't do both.
Stolen for
can't
time.
do either, actually.
Stolen for time. Stolen for time.
All right, I got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. So you turn. So the bear. What are some adjectives that you would describe
Grizzly.
Yep.
Arr.
Yep.
Grrr. Hibernation that doesn't actually happen all through winter.
No?
No, that's a big lie that we would.
Tell
Bears
me.
don't sleep all through
Okay.
winter. How would it survive?
Yeah, I wondered that.
Yeah, me too.
Slow their metabolism down, something?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know what they do.
Do they just sleep for a bit more?
I just saw a TikTok the other day that just said, the big lie that we were told about bears.
Yeah.
It's that they sleep through all winter.
Oh, and what's the truth?
I don't know. They didn't.
Oh
I think
my
I think I
God.
scrolled.
They sleep through all of summer. Surprise.
I either scrolled or I accidentally hit the top of the For You page that just refreshes it.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone forever now.
You'll never see it again.
Nah.
Unless you go to settings and then you go activity and then you go view
Excuse
history.
me, that
and
was
then
more than one button. I shan't be doing that.
You want everything one button away?
That's the appeal of TikTok, right? Everything's one swipe away.
There's some pretty good YouTube videos that I've been watching recently.
Yeah.
About user interface design and how the Western interfaces are very different to some Eastern ones, specifically Japanese, but more so Chinese, and how they are like they have everything like one click away, or how everything's within one application, like WeChat, where it's like started as a chat service. Now you can stream videos and you can pay people and pay your pay your bills and do your rent, and it's all through and pay for your public transport card is on there. Like it's all on one thing, which means the user interface is chaos.
Yeah.
But it's also a reflection of like how like Chinese infrastructure in terms of like actually, I don't know, the density and I don't want to say overexposure or sensory overload, because I think that is from my bias of living in a Western country where things that, simplicity and minimalism is, I don't know, preferred. Sometimes. But like walking down a street in a city in China, there's lights and signs everywhere and everything's very flashy and there's a lot going on. It's very busy. And how that's a reflection, like that's reflected in the UI design.
This is fascinating.
And also with Japan specifically, it's like they over display every little minute detail. For transparency. Like it makes they really value trust. So having all of the information, just say for a menu, there's I saw in this one YouTube video. I'll link them down below. Check them out if you want. If you care. If you're like, I didn't actually want to hear about the bear, Jett, please keep going on this tangent.
Honestly, I'm a bit like that.
There's a like a real life menu where at some sort of dining shop storefront, what is it, like food truck kind of thing. To tie it back into the bear, maybe. Where every item has an image of it and a name and all the ingredients and all of the allergy info and the price and the taxes and like the breakdown of everything. And it's like having all of that information there. People like that because they trust it. It's like you're not hiding anything. Whereas
I like this.
in a lot of Western, I don't know, displays of information, it's like, here's the necessary stuff. And then you can dive deep for the other
We're
things.
huge fans of fine print.
Yeah,
And by that I mean we're huge fans of never reading fine print.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways,
Huh.
that's all.
Fascinating.
I don't know how I got onto that topic.
Anyway, handbrake turn. I don't know how to get this back on track, so we're just going to teleport.
What's the menu like on the bear? Do they have a menu? Do you get to look at it?
Boy, do they have a menu.
Look at me.
Oh, boy.
Queen
do
of
they have a menu.
segues.
Yeah. So
Sorry. That's
Kami's new plan
character
this
from
season.
40 episodes ago.
Say it again. I missed it.
Word vroom.
Vroom?
Segways.
Oh, yeah. From our Denise episode.
From our Denise episode.
Yeah, that was a classic.
That was just Denise rolling on by.
She's still going, still on the run.
Yeah. Or
Still
dead.
doesn't understand modern banking.
No.
Still wants to pay you all in 5 and 10 cent pieces.
Very slow with paying in 5 and 10 cent pieces.
Very
Very
slow.
fast on a Segway. Went on the Olympics.
We're not?
No,
it went on.
the-
as for jury duty? Did you get called up?
No, for Segway driving.
Oh, she went as like an athlete.
Yeah.
Huh. How'd she go?
Fine.
Is it like the cycling? Do they have like a team pursuit where you've got a team of 4?
Nah, it's like a sprint.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a tricks one. I think Denise was in the tricks one.
That makes sense. Bit like BMX.
More like the breakdancing. So I don't actually know if Denise went on because I think she saw what happened with the breakdancing.
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
was like, I can't represent Australia in another flair-based activity.
She actually tore up her passport that very same day.
doesn't know how to get back, and apparently they don't organize your passports for you.
Wow, radical. Wait, you looked this up?
No, I'm just trusting what you said.
No, I reckon that's the case.
Last week.
Yeah.
All right, what's the menu in the bear like?
Oh, so Kami's new plan is that he wants to change the menu every single day.
What are you?
That's his new thing this season.
John Favreau from The Bear? Because he wanted to change the menu and that was the issue? The
You said
exciting
the bear. You meant chef.
Yeah, sorry, I get it.
That's okay. That's a very understandable mistake. Now, why would you want to do that, you might say? I know that you're a narcissistic, psychotic perfectionist, but why would you want to do specifically that and not just a bunch of other things? He wants a star.
You're calling me a narcissist.
He wants a Michelin star.
I do want a Michelin star.
So they're changing the menu every single day. In answer to your question, do they have a menu? Yes.
Will that give you a Michelin star?
Nah, not by itself. Oh, but that's not the only thing he's doing. I reckon that Kami spent the entire break between season 2 and 3 just knocking over every single table he could get to. Here's why. He comes into this season with a list. Big list of non-negotiables. He writes non-negotiables at the top and underlines it, and then writes just a bunch of really difficult, high-level, challenging stuff. And he's like, this is the baseline.
Okay, under that list does he have negotiables?
No.
We could do ketchup or mustard, like it's fine.
No.
You know, we don't. One sort of fork is fine. I don't mind that.
But some of them are
If you want to repaint the walls, you can repaint the walls.
Some of them are like, no more than 4 minutes between this and this. And then some of them are like, foster an environment of creative expression. And it's like, what are you on about, man?
Look, I'm allowed one slur a day. That's a negotiable.
That's a negotiable. Okay. If you had to describe the bear with adjectives, if I had to do it, I would use adjectives like fast-paced, chaotic, stuff like that.
You immediately.
You reckon?
You were just including me in that conversation there.
Yeah.
You immediately cut me
I decided
out.
you might say the wrong thing or make a joke.
Yeah, I probably would have.
What would you have said?
Farts and poop.
Neither of those are adjectives, my friend, and that's why you didn't get a say.
Next time. Next time I'll study up on my adjectives and maybe I'll get there.
Farty and poopy. Wait. I think those might be
Verbs? Now.
No, those are adjectives. Descriptors.
Well, you thought of them, not me.
Yeah.
All right, so what
Right.
Stressful.
Yeah. End of the last season.
Very.
Ended with chaos, person stuck in the fridge, etc. Right? The start of this season, complete change of tone, complete change of pace. There's almost no talking in the first episode. It's like 25 minutes of like mostly silence, just people cooking.
They really love to do that. They'll have to be like, for this episode, one shot. For this episode, we're doing it all in black and white. For this episode,
7 fishes.
7 fishes. We're just following 7 fishes in the ocean.
Yep.
David Attenborough's doing the voiceover.
We want a Michelin star, so we're changing every episode, we're changing what we do.
It's great. I love the 7 Fishes episode because it is David Attenborough narrating these fishes as they grow, try to find love, community, whatever, starting at school. And then Kami keeps cutting in, trying to scoop the fishes out of the ocean. It's like, I want this fish for my 7 fishes meal.
It's a real...
And David Attenborough's like, now we see Kami trying to catch the fish. Not because he needs it, but because he wants it. He thinks it'll help him get the Michelin star. It won't. Oh, almost got him. No, this fish slyly flew away. It's a flying fish. They're all flying now. Can fish fly? Where does fly? Are those just jumping fish? Oh my God, Kami's reached up to try and grab it. Oh my God, Kami, no. Oh my God, Kami's got one in his hands. He's putting it in his mouth. He's going to eat it. Oh my God, he's eating it raw. He is the bear.
David Attenborough hit 90 and he really just went off the rails. No one knows what he's on about anymore.
There you go. That was
Yeah, so it's like a montage. It's mostly
There's that.
It's mostly Kami through like the past and the present cooking. And, like,
Sorry, to be
opening
clear,
kitchens.
because bears eat fish.
That was really funny and great, and you don't need to explain
okay.
it.
Good.
Did you just want recognition? Because it was very funny.
Yeah, I didn't hear you laugh enough, actually.
Well, I was trying to preserve the moment. I was trying to just let you cook, you know?
Like
a
Kami.
chef. Nice.
And that's the response I wanted after my joke. Big cackling laughter.
It's It's a montage. It's cooking in the past, cooking that you see. Oh my God, all your favorite characters are back. Will Poulter, my eyebrows are different. He's back.
What about the he's back?
Yep.
Jeff Winger?
Yep.
Sick.
Yep. John McHale is back.
Was you
And worse, meaner than ever.
You teased me ages ago, and I'm remembering that now.
What?
You said Donald Glover might be in this.
Oh yeah.
He's not.
No.
He's not in this.
No.
Hero directed some of these, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Olivia Colman, the mushroom peeler herself, she's back.
She's pretty good.
I think that's all the celebrities who were in season 2, right? Oh, except I mean, all the chefs, because also Carmi's mum.
Sure.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis is not back in season 3, episode 1, but she might be back later. Who's to say?
Have you only watched one episode?
No,
of
I've
this?
watched 3, but the first one's really important for the trajectory of this show.
Well, why didn't you explain the first one for everyone?
So I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, it's a calm, peaceful. Not that what's going on in the scenes is peaceful. There's a lot of how you say abuse, especially from Joel McHale's character. But the kind of presentation of it is like softened and smoothed over, and it's like you're just seeing like the process maybe, or him learning maybe, or maybe he's reflecting.
Which one? Joel?
Carmi.
No,
Joel is not reflecting for one single second. And you're seeing where he learned the level of perfectionism that we're about to see him unleash. It's very nice. And you're like, this season's going to be something a little different, a little more reflective. Maybe it's going to be more non-linear jump around in time. Maybe there'll be a little less conflict. And then it was like they'd done a focus group and everyone said, I want the bear to be angry and fast and chaotic. And so then episode 2 is one of the most angry and fast and chaotic half hours of television I've ever watched.
So when you said before, I like when a show changes before you want it to.
Yeah.
What they did is they changed and then
they went back.
And then they went back.
Because I miss it now and it's back.
Yeah. They did what most franchises do over like decades.
Yep.
Where it's like, we're bringing back what you used to love. It's back and you'll love it again. They did that within the span of one episode.
And it worked. It's back and I love it. The setup of the second episode is great because the first thing that happens is Carmi walks into the kitchen and starts setting up. It's super early in the morning. He's now taping all of the food that he preps with the date and exact time. So it'll be like shredded carrot, Tuesday, 6:11 a.m.
Normally you do just the date.
Yeah.
The time is
crazy.
neurotic.
Correct. You're picking up a theme? I think Carmi's oh boy. I don't want to use a C word, but he's fully crazy. And then the second thing that happens
Not
is...
the C word I was thinking you'd use.
Oh, get your mind out of the gutter.
Just, who refers to crazy? Doesn't matter. Keep telling me about the show. Shut up.
Then Sydney walks in.
No, I won't.
And they have an argument. And then Richie walks in. And so it's time for Carmi and Richie to have an argument. And then it's also time for Carmi and Sydney to have an argument, and for Sydney and Richie to have an argument, and for Carmi and Sydney and Richie to have an argument. And then another person walks in. You're picking up what's happening in this episode. Basically, it devolves to the point, and by devolves I mean like 5 minutes in, where Carmi and Richie just spend the whole episode going, no, fuck you. No, how about fuck you? Oh, well, you know what? How about fuck you? Yeah? Well, fuck you. How about fuck you? Fuck you. How about... That's it. That's most of their dialogue. It's unbearable.
No warning for the F word there, but like for crazy, you're like, hold on. Everyone hold your horses. I'm about to say crazy.
Whoa. Be careful with that shit.
This sounds like just season 1 again. Like I feel like Carmi and Richie haven't been screaming at each other in a fun way since where they have no respect for each other since season 1.
Okay. Yes. Here's why. Yes. It's reminiscent of that. But the dynamic has changed in some interesting ways. Previously, it was like everyone's expectations for what the restaurant could achieve were quite low. And Carmi came in and said, what if we could be good actually by like cleaning the stove or whatever, you know? And there was conflict between them because of that. Now, everyone's lifted their game to the point where they are a very good restaurant. And Carmi's like, yo, what if we went full sicko mode, bruh? What if we were the best restaurant? And everyone's like, no? What if we didn't do that?
Is the moral of this story gonna be that Carmi's becoming Jeff Winger?
Maybe. But
I mean, if it
yeah,
starts
I mean,
with that, it seems
feels
like
that way, doesn't it?
It feels like that's going to...
But he's not the only one, because you know what's interesting is Richie isn't saying we should do less. Well, he is. He's saying we shouldn't do these crazy things. But he's also, because he went and had the Forks episode, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Kami's cousin Richie, listeners, went to a very nice restaurant and was like a super beginner. They made him like wash forks for a week, but he learned a lot about like customer service and the
I don't know if he washed forks. I think he just polished them.
Yeah, he
polished the
didn't get to washing them for a while. Learn a lot about customer service and like curating that experience for people in a restaurant. So now he's back and he's like, this is the important thing. So they're fighting
It's
about
just
like
forks. He's just running around into people's faces, holding forks in the face like, this is the important thing. We need forks. I don't even give a shit about the knives or the spoons. Those are all the negotiables. My list of non-negotiables is one.
He does write his own list of non-negotiables at one point, of course.
And it's just forks.
It's just forks. So now there's like this front of house, back of house.
I want forks and I want a gun to swing in the customers' faces like we were in season 1.
There is one point where a fork drops and Richie's like freaking out about it, and I'm like, is this a reference to forks or why did not pick a spoon? Like, you know, that's a choice that you make when you're filming. Why is it a fork? Is that significant? Is that anything? You know?
Maybe because they were eating a fork food.
Because like tender veggies.
They wouldn't have been eating soup and they dropped a fork.
No, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would tell you what was on the menu and try and figure it out, but it changes every day. And so we see them freaking out because Sydney, right, is standing there in the kitchen being the whatever that role's called where you yell out, fire this, cook that, where's that, hands? You know that role?
I think kitchen director?
Yeah.
I feel like you're the director or conductor or
I feel like you're the executive producer of the kitchen.
I think that's the person who shows up in the credits.
Yeah, not actually. Oh, no, you know who that is.
Who?
That's, what's his name, their uncle.
Who's uncle?
In the show, the guy who funds the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
He's producer coded. Because he wanders in and tries to make decisions and says, you're spending too much money.
Oh, I thought you meant that actor was literally the person who produced the show.
Oh, no. But maybe, but no.
Okay. I'm lost.
Where were we?
Sydney does the directing.
Yeah. So she's saying, like, the wrong thing. She's like, fire agnola, pappardelle. Fuck it. Like, what are we even cooking today? Like, fire fucking tortellini it is today.
I have a list in front of you.
She's got a list, but changes every day. And,
Yeah.
and then there's change. Obviously, like, if an ingredient's unavailable or something changes, there's changes to those changes. So Richie will, like, gather everyone around to read out, like, what. It's like, so today we have, like, a beef ragu with a side of sweet potato crisps and beetroot relish. And Kami yells out from the kitchen, like, horseradish relish. And he's like, make that, you know? Mm-hmm. By the way, every single word I said, I forgot it as soon as I said it. So if that meal makes no sense, I'm sorry.
I think it checks out.
It's trying to get a point across.
I would love this restaurant.
Hmm?
I would love to go to a restaurant where every time there's a new thing.
There's a new thing?
Means I could buy the $10.50 dish. Every time it'll be a different thing. Instead of going to the same banh mi place and getting the same eggplant tempura every time.
Oh,
but I feel like this
do that at my work.
this place would not have $10.50.
No, I feel no, not even in American dollars. So that's episode 2.
You know what place would?
What?
The Old Beef.
The Old Beef would have a $10.50 sandwich.
The restaurant from season 1.
Yeah.
They're pricing everyone out. This is Chicago.
It is.
Jeremy Allen White, the show that he's most famous for before The Bear, was Shameless, which is set in Chicago, on the south side of Chicago.
What?
Yeah.
What are the
And a big
chances?
plot of it, well, I think they just filmed stuff in Chicago, and that's where, I don't know.
Tax credits, probably.
Yeah, but also, I don't know, they wanted, both of them are very Chicago stories. In that, a main plot point of one or two or multiple than that, more than that seasons, is like the gentrification of Chicago. Anyways, it's interesting that in that he's like, screw this. And in this he's like, oh, I can make some money off the gentrification.
They took the
of
name
Chicago.
off the restaurant. They don't have anything on the front of the restaurant.
God, they're pulling Childish Gambino 31520, aren't they?
Oh, that's a nice reference. I was going to say they're pulling a Northside hipster cafe. But yours was better.
Mine's better. Mine's better.
And then, so that's episode 1 and episode 2. And then in episode 3, the descriptor on Disney Plus just says a month of service. And it is that. It's just a montage of these dynamics getting worse, getting deeper. Well, look, there's some nice things happening, I should say. Like Sydney's helping Tina cook difficult stuff. She's like, yep, do that. Yep, do that. Yep, do that. Yep, do that. Okay, great. And then she leaves. And it's kind of like in that kitchen, in that environment, that's kind of as kind as you can get. And it's a really nice, soft moment. But also, if anyone in any of the situations in my life did that, I'd be like, oh, they hate me. That was passive aggressive and they hate me.
That sounds like a great kitchen environment. I would love to work there as a chef. To have someone say to me, yep, do this. Yep, do this. Can you do this now?
But that's because Kami was there 30 seconds earlier being like, you fucking fucked it.
But once again, that's a hospital environment. That's what I'm trying to say. That seems blissful to have one person be kind of nice to you.
Oh, that's the dream.
In the working back. What's that called? You don't work front of house, back of house. There we go. Figured
Said it like 5 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
So that's the bear.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
I have no idea what's going to happen this time, except for that thing you said about how Kami probably needs to chill out and not be the villain, you know?
Man, I'm just guessing the endings of shows. I'm guessing the twists of shows that I haven't even seen.
Yeah.
I think they should get me to do something with this skill.
What, write predictable stuff?
No, like maybe get me to, I don't
game
know.
show?
No, I think they should hire me.
There's one of those skills that doesn't have any financial applicability, which sucks.
Every skill has some financial.
No.
Any skill can be exploited by capitalism.
Well, when you put it like that.
I think they could pay me to read scripts
Uh-huh.
and say, I could tell this was going to happen. And then I'd rewrite it. So
Every
I'd read it and
page,
be like,
at
whoa.
the bottom of the page, you write down what you think's going to happen. And what percentage of those are right tells them how predictable their script is.
Yeah. See, capitalism did it.
Capitalism always does it.
I'll watch this at some
good.
point.
It's good. I can't wait to get back into it. I don't know. Sometimes talking about something reignites your passion for it. Also, you know what I'll say about the bear?
What?
Episodes aren't too long, and that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they like an hour?
Nah, sometimes.
How long are they?
7 Fish is like an hour 15. I don't know. These have been like half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Give me a solid. I need same amount of time every episode.
No, bad and boo.
No, very good
No,
and great.
bad and boo.
Bad, good,
I submit
good and
for your
yay.
consideration. Last of Us, Fallout, other shows.
Yeah, these are all ones that I still think would be better if they were.
What? That
Yep.
cannot be true.
No. Because I love especially if I'm like binge watching a show.
Yeah.
I want to know how much time I have to set aside without having.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, here's the thing: you have hour-long shows. You have which are I don't know standard American more. I don't know.
Yeah.
More production HBO style.
Yeah.
Then you have European shows like English shows that are an hour and a half. Basically thinking Sherlock. And then you have your cheap, more sitcom ones that are 22 minutes. That's a good set of, like, oh, I only have a half an hour before I want to go to bed or have to go out or whatever. Great, I'll put on a 22-minute thing. Oh, I actually have time this evening that I want to sit down. I don't want to watch a movie, but let me watch something that I know I'll enjoy. That's your hour-long show. Oh, I want to see these two get together and I'll spend any amount of time watching this show to watch them finally kiss.
Okay, Heartstopper.
No, I'm talking about Sherlock. And it doesn't happen. I'm just letting everyone know now so they're not disappointed if you start watching Sherlock.
You're talking about Watson or Moriarty? Moriarty.
Both, kind of all three. Watson and Sherlock, very much so.
Okay.
And then Sherlock and Moriarty, also some so. But
Watson and Moriarty, though?
no,
Together?
why are you saying it like that?
Because all three of the in a love triangle, all of the corners should touch.
But it's not a love triangle.
Oh.
Because none of the corners touch.
Oh, it's a love three individual points like the Predator's aiming mechanism.
Because it's BBC's Sherlock.
It's a love Predator laser.
And just like that other show that was
just like that-
Supernatural,
Oh.
they don't want to, they're like, we'll just flirt with the queerness of everything. Did you know?
Queer baiting.
Here's a fun fact for you. You seen Lord of the Rings?
Nah.
Fuck. Never mind.
You knew that.
I
read
held out
them.
hope.
Does that help?
Nah, it's just gonna spur your, the books are better than the movies.
Honestly, I read it in grade 6 and I don't remember anything.
All right. Basically, I found there's a bit after Frodo's sick or whatever, and Samwise goes up to him in bed and like checks if he's all right. I think it's when they're in the Elf Kingdom, and he does that when they were filming. They did that, and Sir Ian McKellen, who was playing Gandalf, was like, "No, Samwise needs to like go up and hold his hand and grip it and like look into his eyes and whatever." And they're like, why? And Ian was like, well, it says that in the book. And he's talked about this out being one of the only gay people or one of the only openly gay people on set. He was the one to push for the homosexual leanings of the Samwise and Frodo relationship. Like in the book, that scene is like Sam runs up to Frodo and grips his hand and holds him close and like looks at him tenderly and feels this like there's a lot of like love there and like he's like he gets nervous looking into his eyes and stuff like that. And so Ian McKellen was like, you need to do this because people of the book, the people who've read the book will be like, well, you're not being authentic. Also, it's a little bit gay. Anyways, that's a fun fact that I feel like is wasted now.
Grade 6 me did not pick up on that.
No. Well, that's because grade 6 you don't want me to say it, do you?
Bring it on.
All right, grade 6 you, little bit homophobic.
Probably true.
Are we done with the bear?
Yeah.
Okay. Stunning.
What do you got? Wait. Before you got, I also got a drink this week, but it's not a fun drink. It's just Panadol. I need to take painkillers. I'm dying over here. But then what do you got? I'm doing it now so you can cut it if you want, but also you can keep it if you want. Whatever. I'm in pain. How's your drink going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Look, I know that occasionally I'm a little too chaotic on the podcast. I know that can be mentally somewhat excruciating, but I didn't think it was painkiller worthy.
It's come to self-medication.
All right, well,
it's either painkillers or it's a pained killer. So what do you prefer?
Yikes.